Thank you for visiting West Coast Auto Enthusiast. Today we're featuring a 2017 BMW 340i xDrive Manual M Sport. It's a single owner car we bought out of Colorado. It's got 62,000 miles on it. We can finance it through Cuddle. We put an extended warranty on it out until 100,000 miles, and we welcome trades. So we bought this because of the build as a $68,000 MSRP. There is Carfax damage. It doesn't show an accident, it shows minor damage. Which we don't like. It's not ideal, but it's certainly different than an accident or moderate damage or vehicle was towed or airbags deployed. So, and we made an exception because it's such a rare car. So it's an M Sport. You can see it's got M Sport brakes. The $68,000 build is really uncommon, and that includes M Performance and sound, power and sound. It's got comfort access on it, which you can see. Cosmetically, this is the only thing. There's a little scratch. I don't know if you can see it here. Anywhere you've got a bar on a handle for a BMW, you can lock your car. What most people don't know is you can't unlock it from here. You've got to grab the handle, which is where the sensor is to unlock it. And on a 3 Series, it's typically they're only on the front doors. So you've got Shadowline trim as part of the M Sport. They did smoke the rear tail lights here. Rear parking sensors, rear backup camera. So you're going to see, you see the M exhaust. That's part of the M Performance and sound. M Performance power and sound. So it's really clean. So a $68,000 build on this car is $19,000 worth of equipment, which is a lot. We would typically buy those. The other thing that's funny about the 340 is they almost all have damage on them or accidents, which is it's hard to explain. So they're very hard to find. So the minor damage, again, is not something we would typically buy, but again, made an exception on this just because of the build. And again, it's minor damage. It doesn't show us an accident. A lot of times that's bumper repairs. We did run a paint meter over this car. I can't tell that the bumper's been worked on. The fenders are original, the hood's original. It does look like there was some paint work on the driver's side front fender through the paint meter. It's pretty, I mean, I can't tell visibly, but you can meter it and we'll show that. So I don't know what it was. It could have been keyed, it could have been a shopping cart. You've got LED, fully adaptive LED lights on this, which means you've got automatic high beams. I mean, you can tell they're the LED, this generation, you've got a line across the middle. It used to be a bubble in there for the xenon, so this is their new state of the art. You can see also they put a badge on them here. So this is where there's it meters at 7, and typically BMW stuff is like 4.5 to 5.5. So that's not typically body work, it's just paint, but it is what it is. We want everybody to know. So super clean on the inside. You've got rear sunshades. You've got Harman Kardon sound. You've got the hexagon aluminum trim. You have rear heated seats. So it's such a nice car. They're really hard to find built like this. So again, there's your trim. Sport seats, upgraded leather with ivory stitching. So this is an extendable leg brace for longer trips, which is really nice. This is as comfortable and nice a seat as you can get in a 3 Series. So these buttons here, part of Driver Assistance Plus, which are lane change, lane departure, and blind spot. You have a heated steering wheel as part of the cold weather package. Blind spots also is indicated here by the triangle on the side mirrors. And this is what makes this whole car worthwhile, is this. It's the manual. It's such a great driving experience. You can hear the exhaust. It's got a little more of a guttural sound to it. So the nice thing about this car, and only 62,000 miles on it, is I can still put a warranty on it, exclusionary coverage at the same rate as I could if it had less than 50. So it's super affordable, and that covers anything electrical, anything mechanical. There's the passenger side door, which is clean. Passenger side seat is really clean. Dash, of course, clean. There is a cutout up here, which is indicative of BMW heads-up display. So here's the window sticker. It may be a little hard to read here, but you can see all the gear. That's no joke. So track handling package. M performance, power and sound. I mean, it's got just a ton of gear. 68, 130 it looks like. So chrome exhaust tips, Apple CarPlay, parking assistance, shades, wireless charging technology, lighting, driver's assistance. I mean, again, single owner, damage reported to the front, which could be a bunch of stuff. It wasn't an accident, wasn't significant, so just what it is. Dual auto climate control with dual heated seats, CD player, 6-disc, and then you've got programmable buttons here, and you'll see as you run your finger along this, you'll see up above you can assign those two actions as far as the xDrive or the iDrive, I should say, not xDrive. So here's your system. So your vehicle is in here. So your vehicle settings, iDrive, driver profiles, vehicle status. You can go in here and see where your service stuff is. Everything should be current, yeah. We go through and make sure all this stuff is current. Media, so USB, you've got a hard drive, you can store music. This also has enhanced Bluetooth. You've got navigation, there's the map. Super nice navigation system in this generation. Communication, which is Bluetooth, and put it in reverse. Backup camera. So these are grid lines, so this tells you where you're headed, and the red line's gonna move as you move your steering wheel or in your green. This will tell you where you're gonna be. This is a perimeter, so you can see there's something over here that we're close to. And this also, so up in the left-hand corner, that's an indication you have parking assistant. So if you put your iDrive over there and then slide up to it and select it, you're gonna have parking assistant. So multi-function M steering wheel, so voice activation, Bluetooth control, volume control, and your ability to scroll through the modes. Over here is cruise. I don't know they did adaptive cruise on the manuals, but these two buttons would have print on them in a BMW if it had adaptive on it. The A down here is an indication you've got automatic high beams. The BC is at your onboard computer. So if you put your light position into A for automatic, and your lights are on, your lights have to be on for you to activate the automatic high beam. And then if you select this, you're going to see a green light. And this seems to be a universal icon, so that seems to be the same with Mercedes, Audis, BMWs, Porsches. So your high beams are going to come on and turn off automatically, which is really nice if you're on a road trip. 62,440, 7,000 miles. The lines down the middle are, of course, an indication of lane departure. And then if you go to Sport, so you've got Sport Plus, so that is a deactivation of your traction control. We don't use that a whole lot. Front cameras, so you can see the yellow line at the front of the chassis here gives you an indication of where that view is coming from. You can switch that back and forth. I think that's it. We've got books. I have one master key. We have the wheel locks for it. Again, super nice car. Really rare build. We'd love the manual transmission. We're typically only buying 6 cylinders. We really like the 340. Haven't bought a lot of 330s. And when they're built like this, it's almost always a go. So if you have questions or would like additional information, please feel free to contact us. We can be reached at 503-227-2354, and thank you for visiting West Coast Auto Enthusiast.